Hey YouTube, OceanRunners34 here. Got a new deck list out, calling it Chaos Dragon Ruler. Alright, so we're going to start this off. Basically, got the four Dragon Rulers. You know, these are going to help you get off your plays really fast. Going in next, we got, two Tefnuits. It's going to be really good. We're going to explain it later. Got your Chaos Dragon set up here. 2 Light Pulsars, 1 Dark Flare, 1 Eclipse Wyvern. No need for any more Eclipse Wyvern. Not going to be too much milling in this deck. And later we will show you why. You got your 1 Red Eyes, mostly main focal point of the deck, gets your plays off. Got your 1 Apocryph here. This will help you get Red Eyes to hand if it's gone back to grave or something, just by discarding 1 card. Moving on, we got 1 Debris Dragon, 1 Delta Flyer. These are going to be your targets for your Tempest. Gets you your nice plays for Trident Dragon and Star Eater. Moving on, we got more Chaos, which is Chaos Sorcerer and Light Ray Sorcerer. Light Ray Sorcerer is going to be a bit of more explanation. Basically, they do the same thing. Chaos Sorcerer just needs to banish a Light and Dark from the grave. Light Ray Sorcerer needs 3 banished Light monsters. Chaos Sorcerer will help you get your Light Ray Sorcerer. Basically, for Light Ray Sorcerer, you return you target 1 Light monster in your banish zone and 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field. What was it? Face up? It's face up. Okay, yeah.
It's actually on. I think it's on any side of the field. Actually,
is it?
I think it's any field monster.
Yeah, 1 face up monster in the field. I'll be damned. Target 1 face up monster in the field. You shuffle the first target into the deck, and you banish the second target. So, more banish power, more summon power. Moving on, we got a bit of stall tactics here. 1 Swift Scarecrow, 1 Battle Fader. These will help you win games. Say you've got plays for next turn, but your opponent's just going ham on your ass. Battle Fader, Swift Scarecrow will save you. Got 2 tour guides, basically set up for chaos plays and generic rank 3s. Moving on to mill power now. We have 2 guard troopers. Self-explanatory. Same thing with 2 Lilas. No need for more. There's not going to be needed for a lot of mill power. 1 Raikou. It's going to get popped in this format. Simple. Now, you got your generics. You got Gores, BLS, Dark Armed. Thing is, with Dark Armed, even if his effect is stopped, he's a 7. With the Dragon Rulers, you can overlay for your Cossacks, your Big Eyes, your Master of Blades, whatever you want to put in, whatever you got. So this is going to be kind of hard. Moving on to the vanillas here, it's going to be kind of hard. Labradorite Dragon. Dark, level 6, Dragon type tuner. With Tefnui and Light Pulsar, it basically helps you get your dragon plays. It's very good banish bait for dragon rulers. Chaos plays. It's just an overall great card. Yeah, it's a tuner, but who really gives a crap? Because you're going to be overlaying with it with either, if you got that Tefnui or you have Light Pulsar attributed off of the Tefnui. And in the rare occasion, you have Tefnui and, Dark Flare. You can tribute Tefnui for Dark Flare, sink her right into Star Eater. And the last monster we got in here, Flame Velguard. Generic searcher for Blaster. Moving on to the spells. We have 3 Dragon Shrine. This card is too broken not to play in any dragon deck. This will especially help you with this deck by sending Labradorite Dragon to the grave to get you your second mill, which would be most likely, if not a Dragon Ruler, Eclipse Wyvern. This card here with that combo there gets 3 cards out of your deck for the price of 1. Next, 2 DDRs. when you got your banished monsters, you can just discard one card, bring it right back, and, you know, do more shenanigans from there. And an upside is, unlike, you know, Escape from the Different Dimension, not only is it an equipped spell card, but if the monster is destroyed, it just goes to the graveyard, doesn't get banished. 1, a Winged Beat of a Giant Dragon. This card is really nice in any dragon deck. It's a backfield nuke. Just by returning one level 5 or higher dragon type monster you control. So it works with Dark Armed, it works with, you know, any of the E-Dragons, any of the Chaos Dragons, basically any of your big dragons.
What I love most about Wingbeat is even if they negate its effect, because the return is actually part of the effect, you actually get to keep your dragon. Wonderful, wonderful card.
It's also a way to screw it over. Lance the monster or compulse the monster, it fizzles.
Double-edged sword, as it would be.
Yep. Got Birth from a Different Dimension. With the amount of banished power you've got, you're going to want to return a lot of those monsters to the grave, just to get more banished power. 1 charge, search power, mill power, generic searching card type thing, and Foolish Burial. You're not always going to have the cards you need in the grave. This card gets you them. So, going on to something that Chaos Dragons don't typically do, we've got 3 trap cards in here. Mirror Force, you need that protection. You're not always going to have a big field, but if you do, it's always nice to have some protection. 1, Castle of Dragon Souls. This card is amazing. Not only can you get an E-Dragon effect off of it, you can summon back that E-Dragon if it's Typhooned. It's basically back row destruction bait. Chain it, banish, dragon effect, add to hand, bring back dragon. And for the last, 1, Dragon Carnation. Adding to hand is nice, but it does burn up a turn, and it is nice to T-bait, but yeah, we've tried it with 3, didn't really work out the way we wanted it to. Alright, so going on to the extra deck here, gonna start off with the Synchros. 1 Black Rose. It's a level 7 that you can summon really easily in this deck, especially with 2 Card Troopers and that searchable Debris Dragon. Nuke the field, and if you're really in a bind, you can get into a Cossack or Big Eye, whatever you want. Crimson Blader, self-explanatory. I mean, there's Mermails wreaking havoc. Colossal Fighter, again, it's self-explanatory. Generic rank 8. Wow. Level 8.
Derp.
Yeah. Scrap Dragon. Stardust. Trident Dragon is probably one of the most easiest synchros to bring out in here, because the tuner you're going to be using is really searchable and can be synchroed with just about anything, which is Delta Flyer. Delta Flyer, for those of you who don't know what it does, increases 1 level of 1 other monster you control. So if you've got any level 6 that you've special summoned, target it, at least it's a dragon, which is what all the level 6s in here, minus Sorcerer. You basically just target it, special summon him. Boom. There you go. You just nuke 2 cards in your field, you can OTK right there. The last synchro we got here is Star Eater. Easy summonable. It's basically going back to Dragon Rulers of the last format. There's no real explanation for it. Moving on to Xyz, we have Equipped Engineer and Ghost Trick Alucard for rank 3s. These are your generic rank 3s. Equipped Engineer is really, really, really good. It's a light type. So when you go with Tour Guide, you've got instant chaos fodder. And detach 1 Xyz material during either player's turn, so it's really chainable. Basically negate a destruction that on a monster by switching a phase of attack position monster on your side of the field. You switch its defense position, can't be destroyed by battle by card effects. Just negates that destruction if it's like, oh look, bottomless. Equipped Engineer, switch its defense position. Well, shit. Ghost Trick Alucard. this will help you get your Crypto Engineer's 18. Not that the first effect's not really going to matter because you're not really going to set many other cards, or you're not going to play any of the ghost tricks. But the second effect is killer. Target one set card. I think it's just blow up one set card your opponent controls. Nope, sorry. Target one set card. You just target one set card your opponent controls. Monster, spell or trap, blow it away. The third effect of Ghost Trick Alucard, not going to do anything because you're not running any Ghost Tricks. So that's them right there. You can also replace, if you can't get any of these guys, which he's in an easy pack to get number hunters. If you can't get an Alucard, an easy replacement for him would be Leviathan Dragon, because A, it's dragon fodder, B, it's title fodder, and it's, if you need to power over anything, just detach one Exene material, you got a 25 beater for a turn. Moving back to Black Rose, if you can't get this expensive POS, you can always substitute an Ancient Fairy Dragon. Blows away a field spell card, gains you 1,000 life points, and you know, if you do decide to run a field spell in here for what ungodly reason you want to, you get to add it to your hand for free. But this thing makes certain field spells miss timing. Cough, cough, the Grand Spellbook Tower. Because you're gaining that 1,000 life points automatically. So those are some good, substitutes for certain cards you can't get, because I'll admit some of these cards are kind of expensive. We got one rank 4 Queen Dragon Dijin. She allows you to detach one Exene material, special summon a level 5 or higher dragon-type monster from your grave. Though it cannot attack that turn, and its effects are negated permanently. But who cares? If you summon back an E-Dragon, you've got a wall. Plain and simple. Summon back Red Eyes, whatever. It's a Red Eyes. We got 6s here, 2 6s. Heradic Dragon, King of Atum, and Gauntlet Launcher. This, you're not really gonna go into this most often because you're not really running many level 6 dragon types, but if you do, it's a really nice card to have. Gauntlet Launcher is amazing. Not only can you detach an Exene material to blow up a monster your opponent controls, any monster, you can do it as long as this thing has an Exene material. So if you play cards that can give it Exene materials, by all means, do it up. It just says detach one Exene material, target a monster your opponent controls, blow it up.
It's a wonderful card to play with a Light Ray Sorcerer, a Chaos Sorcerer. 2 banish effects and 2 destruction effects in one turn, and you still get an attack.
Oh yeah. So, moving on, we've got 3 rank 7s in here. 2 of them being Gaia Dragon. I mean, you could just overlay it. Who cares? Akashic. I mean, you can run a Big Eye in here, but you know, when you got powerhouse monsters such as this and the dragons, you're not really gonna want to be taking control of your opponent's monsters when you can just powerhouse right through them. Even if your opponent has a Drakasic, what you can do is, you Gauntlet Launcher, do whatever you want to with it, overlay, you can just sit on it. Why not? Plain and simple as that.
Hey, what would you suggest if a Big Eye was to go into this deck? What would you suggest? I personally would say Alucard.
Alucard would
don't need
probably
two
be
rank 3s.
Your rank 3s will most likely be Equipped Engineer. Ghost Trick Alucard can come out for a Big Eye if you desire. Big Eye's not needed because I personally love this card. I advocate running this card, but if you can't get it, and for some god-awful reason can obtain a Big Eye, lucky you.
He is a sexy beast, though. I'll give you that.
She.
She?
She.
She?
Alucard's a she.
Oh, God.
It's got boobies.
That's sexual harassment.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alright, so...
I apologize, YouTube.
YouTube. Alright, so we don't really have a defined side deck for this, but we do have nice text that you could do. Obviously, since it's Chaos Dragons, you side in your Typhoons. Another thing is Stamping Destruction. Stamping Destruction is a lot better than most people think. Yes, you have to have a face-up Dragon-type monster. When aren't you going to have a face-up Dragon-type monster?
Chaos Sorcerer.
Okay. Chaos Sorcerer is fine. But it destroys spell or trap cards, and it burns for 500. I know I hate time, and when I go into time, I get really freaking nervous. But this card will help you in time because you get that derp hand with spell or trap card with like 3 of these and any dragon you can just normal summon. You activate it. If your opponent sets at least 3 cards, you can deal 1,500 damage plus whatever you've got with that normal summonable dragon if they didn't summon anything. Or if they don't have anything to blow it away, you can just go Stamping Destruction, Stamping Destruction, Stamping Destruction. Can you do anything to deal more than 1,500 points of damage to me? No? Good game. And mainly you just want to go Back Row Destruction for your side deck. And maybe some more trap cards like Phoenix Wing Blast, or Regeki Break. I suggest Quib, Phoenix Wing Blast, over Regeki Break because Destruction is easily stopped. Returning to the top of the deck, not so much. So, yeah, YouTube, this is hopefully the future, other than Mermails. So this is Ocean Mirage and omegalashin out.